more savvy than the other one. Jack was saying there's always one twin who's more dominant, and it does feel like that. It doesn't feel like they're exactly the same. There's always one. Maybe it's the one who's born first or something who sort of takes control of it. Yeah, first merchant. I don't know. I find it interesting because my mum was a twin, but her twin died at birth.
Oh my god!
I find it interesting because it's like twins sort of running the family kind of thing. My mum was always going on about being a twin and saying she feels like that part of her's missing. So I find it quite interesting. I know,
not twinning.
Imagine having another version of my mum. Fucking hell! Enough.
Thank goodness for small mercies.
Enough
really.
on our hands with that. Oh Jesus! I saw my mum last weekend, and that was good. Well, almost.
The stories were good.
It was good until the fifth bottle of wine got out. Anyway, right. Mitch is an ACL player. Oh, and he was going to Jess, and she was talking to him about football.
He's also a FIFO worker. What the fuck is a FIFO?
Firefighter?
The FIFO.
I smell the blood of an Australian.
He's a FIFO worker. If anyone knows, I'm going to Google what that is.
FIFO.
I think it's a minor of some
off to work we
sort.
go.
FIFO Australian.
FIFO
Australia jobs. Fly in, fly out.
Oh, what is it? Flight attendant?
No. Fly in, fly out is a method of employing people in remote areas by flying them temporarily to the work site instead of relocating employees and their families permanently. It's often abbreviated as FIFO when referring to employment status. This is common in large mining regions in Australia and Canada.
Oh, that was really interesting.
There
Tell
you go.
me more.
Don't say you never learn anything in BB on Blast.
Dan was noticing Jess was working the room, building her numbers. Potential show mounts for Dan? ? Getting Brenton on side, talking about motorbikes.
Jess, Adriana, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, yes. He was going to Brenton about riding a motorcycle, and I feel so calm.
Oh, what's your favourite motorcycle?
Yeah,
no, that's not
I think Brenton was like, it's so calm riding a motorcycle. It's not calm, is it? It's like high octane. Weird.
I get what they mean. Like, if you take a bike down the old outback, down the old country roads, mate, just kind of like zone out, you on the road.
I went with I must have told you this before, you've probably forgotten. I went with my dad on the back of a motorbike all the way to Ireland during one of the biggest thunderstorms ever in UK history.
Ireland? From Northampton?
Yeah, from Northampton to Ireland. Off. And honestly, at one point I was like, I was only a kid, and I was like falling asleep on the back of the motorbike, and he had to tie me to him. How the fuck my mum let that actually happen, I do not know, because it was so fucking dangerous. Like, in a storm, like, driving for hours and hours on the back of the motorbike, and I was literally strapped to him, and I was, like, about 8 or 9.
How long did that take?
About, I don't know,
days,
12
surely.
hours, maybe? I can't remember.
The fuck?
I know, honestly, the child abuse was rampant.
The closest I got to that is my mum used to ride a push bike, and it had one of those, those plastic moulded seats on the back for your child.
Oh yeah.
So I used to sit in the back of that.
They do look dangerous,
right? And we used to bike to the next village, to my granddad's house, I think, because she was like helping clean the house or something. That was it, and that felt like a long ride on the back of a bike.
Did you have a helmet on it?
Yeah, I had a helmet,
you did?
but I used to like destabilise it.
Yeah.
Like, it's so fucking wobbly, precarious in that seat on the back.
I see those people with their kids on the back of those, and I always
don't know
think
if that's
it looks
legal
dodgy.
anymore.
No, it does look dodgy, doesn't it? It's like,
Anyway, we're going down like a country road, right? And I saw a rabbit in the field. I was like, "Mum, look, a rabbit!" So I pointed, and off we went, like, into the fucking grass on the side of the road.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so I can't imagine going all the way to Ireland on the back of a bike and get to the next village on a push bike.
Normally people try and one-up someone's story. You've literally just one-downed it.
If you've gone to 11 Reef, I've gone to minus 10 Reef.
But my mum was like, "Oh no, I'm just going off on one now because I'm drunk." My mum was saying about she always goes on about this cat we had that got run over, and how she would never have left if the cat had still been alive, even though she fucking left me. Which is a really nice and clear. Yeah, quite. And then she was just going on, and I said to Jack, "Do not mention Amber, who the cat was, because she'll just go off on one." Sure enough, fucking Jack actually brought it up, and then she was just going off on one. She said Amber came in, he'd been hit by a car, and he crawled under the table. He had a tyre mark across him. And then she said my dad had to take him to the vet. My mum had to stay at home because I was just a kid. And the vet said, "Look, the kindest thing we can do is just put him down." He was a boy, but it's called Amber.
I was
Don't
gonna say,
ask.
you think Amber's a
I
girl?
know.
Amber Heard. Shut up.
Yeah, shout out, fuck you, Johnny Depp. And my dad goes, "No, I can't." He said, "If I do that, I won't have a relationship." So
What? Couldn't put the cat down?
No, so they didn't put.
Rather just let it
Yes,
die
they didn't
slowly.
put. No, they didn't put him down. They made him have all this surgery. He like walked around with like a little splint on his leg for months. Literally, about 6 months later, he got run over and died.
Run over again?
Yeah, run over. It's like, and I just, when my mum
Jesus.
told that story, it was like meant to be like how she loved Amber so much. And I was just thinking, that is just totally neglectful. And I'm saying that, and I've let Tarry go out with a limp. So the apple don't fall that far from the tree. But it's like, that's not love to keep an animal alive when it's like in agony, is it?
At least Tarry's not on a little splint.
No, I wouldn't let him out if he had a little wheelchair.
Bob Cratchit.
Oh no, now I'm worried that I'm going to get like bad karma for saying that. But do you know what I mean? It just made me think. It makes me realise like how I was brought up and how the cat was treated is kind of like in the same wheelhouse. Like not
wheelhouse?
Like not. It's like an expression. Why don't you understand any of expressions? It's like the best interests of the minority or the child or the animal wasn't really the priority. It was more what the parents wanted to do.
Because I can't do that. So it's not about the cat, it's about what your dad could handle.
Yeah.
How weird.
Yeah, selfish. But yeah, that was about an hour and a half on that.
I don't know how we got down this rabbit hole.
Me either. Right, let's get out of it. So, Mitch is an electrician. Oh, hold on. Dan wants to execute the plan. ETP. I just made that up, he said. Dan loves to say something outlandish in the diary and then...
Also, they always include it.
Yeah.
Like, Dan is afforded more airtime than he's really due. But
Yeah.
he has those little add-ons for everything.
Yeah. I think it's like they're trying to take the piss out of him, but it actually just makes it funnier. So... Mitch is 26. God. He's an electrician and he spends 3 hours in the gym each day. Whoa. And he has a 2-year-old boy. And Danny said the new housemates are a breath of fresh air. Shout out Zach Types. There's only 4 spots in the game and the intruders have to fight. We got a mention on the last Julie Girl that I listened to.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't about the draft. But I can't remember what it was about.
Did they ever mention the fucking draft?
They did say they were in 2 drafts. They just didn't say which one. Hold on, I won that draft, so shout out. I can't remember what they were talking about, but they said shout out BB on Block. Oh, I know what they were talking about. They were talking about The Circle being cancelled, and they went, "Oh, they love to cancel shows in the UK," and they went, "Yeah, like BB UK, shout out BB on Block."
Oh, okay. Thanks, guys.
So there's 4 spots in the game. And the intruders have to fight for the spots. So no evictions this week, question mark. Oh, no flies on me. Charlotte would have won this one, apparently. Oh, old Charlotte was going, I could have won this comp. Oh, as if.
Fuck off, Charlotte.
You can win anything. Bit unfair on the older woman and a chubby guy. I've written about this comp.
Do you remember what this comp was?
Oh, it was the dropping the balls down. Oh, if you got notes now, can you take over?
This was
Thank God.
not the nomination challenge. The Intruders challenge was the plus size ball drop. So basically, nice. We saw this in Canada. And we saw it in Australia the year before.
When Chad had the gammy leg, right? Was it?
I don't think it's when he had the gammy leg. I think that was the grain one, which was also repeated this week.
And they did do this in Big River Canada just like 2 weeks ago.
The balls roll in and you've got to space them out, but they've never done the balls this big. So they were like footballs coming down.
So what's the difference between the balls being big or small? Does it make it harder or just nothing?
I don't know. It looks different.
Why focused in on the size of the balls?
Because the balls were big.
Pervert.
Right. Jess said. This quote doesn't make sense.
It's hard.
Gabe might be an understatement. Gabe might be an understatement. What?
He is an understatement.
Oh, no. Sorry, I got it. He said Gabe,
yeah,
not even an understatement, might be an underdog.
Right.
They're watching this balls rolling down, right? She goes, hey, someone, hey, Gabe might be an underdog. Gabe might be an underdog.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jess? Gabe is an underdog.
Oh, yeah.
You don't become... you don't, become an underdog.
Yeah, you can.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you can. Danny went from king of the jungle to being an underdog.
No, he was always an underdog. Because physically he doesn't match the most physical in the house.
Oh, right.
Underdog is a state of being at the beginning, not the end.
No, I disagree.
No,
No,
wait.
because underdog is
No.
all about physicality. Underdog is about a state of mind.
No, underdog is about like someone who doesn't have a chance to win. Seemingly doesn't have the chance to win.
Right.
Someone who's at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe was at a disadvantage because he's a
Right.
bit of a fat boy.
Oh, don't say that.
He's packing some weight.
He's not. He's just nicely rotund.
So anyway,
That's
she was
alright.
going, he might be an underdog, as in like, oh, he might be a... What she meant was dark
A
horse.
threat. Ah, you're
She
right.
meant a dark
She's
horse.
getting her animals confused.
Yeah, she was getting animals.
Fucking hell, all that just to get to that. This is going to be a long night.
Mitch versus a twin. That's what it came down to at the end. It was Mitch versus one of those twins. Got anything else from that?
Adriana fucked it. Gabe.
Adriana just rolled 2 balls at a time. 'Cause
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what they do? They give them 1 ball, they get used to that, and then they introduce another ball, don't
Oh,
they?
they fuck it
And
up.
the only way you
You've
can
got to
possibly do this is you've got 3 levels.
Yeah, wait till
You
it
need-
reaches the end.
Exactly.
very
The end of that one
Yeah.
is when you drop it. So that
Even
you've
I
got,
could work that part
so
out.
your balls are equidistant apart, which is
When they drop.
what every man wants. And then Mitch,
What a man
in the
wants.
final round, when there
What
were
a
3,
man needs.
when Mitch had 3 balls,
Yes.
God love him, he had those balls all equidistant apart, like exactly equidistant to a T.
Stop saying the word equidistant.
I've never used equidistant as much as I have now, but
No.
it was perfect. It was beautiful. I'm going to say it was beautifully executed.
Oh. Expedited.
Beautifully executed equidistance. It really was.
That was beautiful. That could be your title of the week. I've got the tweens have some. The tweens.
Tweens.
This is not good.
Not another tween.
I can't even
movie.
read. The tweenies. Oh no, I'm just spitting everywhere. Oh, this ain't good. Thank God we're not on camera. This would be in trouble.
tweenies.
The twins have serious cleavage, I've written.
Oh.
So it came down to Mitch versus Charlotte. Yes, not that one. And Mitch is now an official housemate. Yay, the crowd go wild.
Dan said to me, my dad watching this, he was like, who's going to win this? I said, Mitch. I just knew,
Yeah.
even before I knew what the comp was, I knew Mitch would win it.
I don't want to have that muscly person in the house beating Dan every week. But luckily he's on Dan's side, so it's all good.
So Big Brother announced that the original housemates will vote to save,
Hmm.
but in a tie, Mitch will decide who is going to stay because he won the last comp.
So they don't vote to evict the new housemates, they vote to save.
Yeah.
It's like when, it goes from vote to evict on vote to save on BBK. It's now a vote to save. It's like, that don't fucking work. It's who goes, you decide. So now you confuse people, and this is how people end up going home who you fucking like. So many years of pain, all that past trauma, just like Prince Harry.
Jesus. Coming out of that competition, Mitch was like, "Oh yeah, no, they see me as a physical threat." Meatheads will never understand that it's not good to be seen as a physical
like
threat early on.
Subong.
Yeah, doing 1-finger push-ups. So the originals,
Yeah.
led by Dan,
Oh.
decided to go meet in the cave. He's like, "Come on, let's go." He goes, Dan sits down. He goes, "I'm starting a new alliance. Who's in?"
That's so good.
I love how he takes the piss out of himself.
Yeah, he
in front of the
does.
others as
Yeah,
well.
he
doesn't give a
does.
fuck.
I don't know how people can't just, even if they don't like him, just find him entertaining. I suppose he could be annoying if you were living with him.
But from what I've heard on the Tully podcast, he is.
Whatever.
There seemed to be a consensus that as a duo, the twins were a threat because they come as 2.
Well, it's true. They're never going to vote each other out. They're always going to vote the same way, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen twins go against each other.
That could be 2 votes for you. Don't think of it as 2 votes against you. Christina was like, I'm thinking Brenton. Christina had love heart eyes for Brenton already, didn't
Oh, God. The showmance no one actually wanted or knew they wanted and don't look like Brenton wants either.
I think he does.
Well, I don't know. In that corridor, he weren't really into it. She was
Yeah,
like
he
nuzzling
was.
up to... No,
Nah.
he was like, no, we need to look out for people breaking in. Who the fuck's going to break in? Dead.
Perhaps, you know, like when our Big Brother did that, like Trump coming over the wall.
Oh,
Perhaps they're going to do that.
that is a throwback.
What's that old Prime Minister called? Theresa May coming in. I'm doing the action, but it doesn't. You can't see it on the podcast, sorry. Kim Jong-un came in.
Sorry, I feel like you're going to Where was there?
That was so insensitive.
Yeah, everyone was getting pissy about it because it wasn't the time for that.
The Americans got all upset because it was we're going to build a wall.
But now it's okay to laugh about that because, you know, it never happened. Or did it happen? I think it happened a bit, but, you know.
The wall?
Yeah, the wall happened.
The wall is real.
Yeah, but, you know, it's probably...